Good morning. Okay. For some reason, the same question and problem, or maybe social issue, has been presented to me today through different methods, and it's only like 9 o'clock in the morning, so I thought, okay. My son and I did do our exercise. We went running today. It was so easy. We measured our heart rates to make sure we were running fast. But anyway, that's all over. And I wanted to address this issue. And it makes a lot of sense to me in terms of an anecdote or a little story that someone shared. It had a different point. It was about these group of deers that had been trapped in the winter. And of course people want to help, and they see the problem, and so what's the best way to help? I'll give them something. So they collected hay and got everyone rallied together, and with a lot of people, they were able to feed them through the winter. But guess what happened? They ate all the hay and they died. Because now it's like thinking of a totally different story. One of a chicken trying to break out of its shell, which would be a different anecdote altogether. But anyways, a chicken, if you went and broke it out of its shell and didn't let it do it for itself, it would die because it was unable to care for itself. But the story that I was telling had nothing to do with that. That had to do with the fact that it was filling its body with the nutrition that the people decided that was best for them. But guess what? Deer don't live. They need nutrients that aren't in hay. So it fills them up, but it didn't give them what they needed, and they died. And the reason why I thought of that story goes back to several things that people have not necessarily asked me, but have come to my attention. It's like, and it's a real pet peeve of mine. That's why I wanted to make a video about it. It's like around here, everyone thinks, oh, the way to solve anyone's problem is to feed them. If you see a beggar, someone asking for money, what do? You don't give them money, you give them food. Or if people are poor, what do they need? They need food. Send them to a food bank. That's not what people need. And they're going to end up dying or getting really fat and dying of obesity when they don't need food. And I find that all the time, getting food is not a problem. I can get lots of food if I needed food, but that's not what I need. True, totally destitute people need food. Okay, another person mentioned to me that people were coming and they needed help, and the only help that they were really given were things to keep them barely alive. Well, then when it comes to things like needing a job, or it's the whole, you've heard this story before, the one about the man who needed a fish. You can give him a fish, or you can teach him to fish. If you give him a fish, he'll eat it, and then he'll be all gone. But if you teach him to fish, you didn't give him anything to eat, so he's still kind of hungry, but he knows how to get a fish now. So when he needs one, whenever he needs one, he can. But somebody else mentioned how they were helping these people, and once it got beyond the critical things of just keeping them alive, there was really no assistance and no way to help them. And I really think that's what it's kind of like feeding the deer hay. Everyone loves to just chip in, but not really help. And I think a lot of well-meaning people are donating what they can, but it's not what's needed. Anyway, so that's all I better say. I need to get done with a lot of other things. Doing another thing. A lot. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. You probably don't even speak American English anyway, so what does it matter what I'm saying?